Hello everyone, it's Thursday, it's weekly wrap-up here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. A lot to cover this week, and it's just, sometimes there's no words. This week, I think many of you know, if you've been in the sanctuary or rescue industry, that another rescuer took their life. Michaela Raines, who was the founder of an organization called Save a Fox, died by suicide earlier this week, and I think it makes us all stop in our tracks, and it should. What we do is hard in the sanctuary world. Sometimes how we treat each other is even harder. As you guys know, I've been, struggling with some of my own sadness and things, but nothing like, sadly, Michaela was. We have a connection to her. For over years, we didn't work together. They did foxes. We did cats. And as in many cases, different rescue groups do things differently. I always say that rescuing animals is like raising children. There's more than one right way to do it. When it's wrong, it's wrong. And those are the abusers and things like that. But it's time to check ourselves, and even including myself, when we see somebody struggling so much and that people online can say such negative comments. I know our followers have seen some of that on our page, whether it's geared towards the sanctuary by backyard breeders or people whose animals have been removed, to other rescue groups kind of talking ill about each other. It's just a really important topic to talk about, because somebody's life was taken because of it. And I think things are multi-layered. I'm not here to talk about Michaela personally, because I only got to cross her path once or twice, and most recently crossed her path because she and her group reached out to see if we could take in Mira the bobcat. And we're so grateful that she did that. And we're so grateful that Mira the bobcat is here with us now, and we get to honor Michaela and those that loved her by caring for Mira and giving her the long life and the medical care she deserves. But one of the things was I think it was just probably less than a month ago, she came to visit and see how Mira was doing. And we talked a little bit about compassion fatigue. Mostly we talked about rescues and our work and their work, but we kind of talked about compassion fatigue. You get into this industry really understanding that the heartbreak's going to be for those animals you can't save, and the heartbreaks those that are left behind. But compassion fatigue really comes in of how we treat each other, because things are so multifaceted. Many people that come into the animal world do so because they have a harder time connecting with people one-on-one. Maybe through social media it looks great, or through big gala events it looks great, but there's obviously a connection to animals. And so we see a lot of people with clinical depression. We see people with ADHD right here, diagnosed with different things. And it's something we want to talk about. It's something here at the sanctuary we talk about. But compassion fatigue, really what breaks a lot of us in this industry is how people treat each other. And that includes me. I mean, this made me stop and think of times that I've judged other organizations, or I wish they would have done something differently. And it kind of just reminds us that we can think those comments, but if you're ever going to say something or do constructive criticism, to try and do it with compassion, and realize that every organization and people are in different stages all the time. And so our heart goes out to her family, the people that knew her, loved her, her child, and then all the rescues that she's helped place, including Bobcat Mira. So wanted to talk about that. Here at the sanctuary, we know this goes on in the industry. We try our best to support our staff through our employee assistance program, through compassion fatigue kind of classes. We've had a couple of those already this year. We have Healing Touch and other things that can help our staff. But really, we all need to know that it's okay to reach out when we aren't doing well. You know, I would say over the years, I've had people tell me that they were going to keep coming after me until I committed suicide, or I was killed, or I moved away. It's just sad. It's sad that we do that. And my heart goes out to them, to everybody involved. And it's just a really hard topic to talk about. So if anybody ever needs anything, please reach out to friends, family, please seek help. It's nothing to be ashamed of. We all need support, and as human nature is, you can get 100 million comments and pat on the back, and it's those one or two that really eat at you. And so just remember, when we are on the keyboards and we are on our phones, and when we're commenting on other people's posts and things, it's okay to not swing the other way and not tell people how you feel, but it's not okay to personally attack people and belittle them and bully them. So it's a good reminder for us here. And it's also been a hard week. As you guys know, we shared Cougar Donoma's memorial, and another cat who had a well-lived life here at the sanctuary. It's just hard when we look at the 5 wild are down to 2 wild now, just Noah and Langley. And so you add that on to a heavy week already, and it's just a lot for the staff. We did move Langley and Noah to over where Bella was temporarily in Cougar Cove, so they're in a smaller spot, and so their sponsors will get updates, and that means, as always, that domino effect where we can move other cats and give them better space, space that's more customized for them. So the 3 wild are moving as well to the bigger space because they're young and spry, and so that's good. As you guys know, Noah Cougar was getting moved because of his compromised arthritis, things like that, and he's settling in at Roar Ridge. It's taking him a little longer than we thought. We've had another few tiger moves at the same time, which we'll be sharing when we know everything's permanent, and so they're all getting to know each other again. But everybody's doing good. They did okay in the heat. The staff were out there with those temperatures this weekend that were in 100 heat index, which is unheard of in Minnesota, out there giving them pools. Noah liked his sprinkler a lot because he hasn't been getting in his Mohan pool. He's been laying next to it. So they brought out a sprinkler, and he laid in the sprinkler to keep cool and things like that. So that's been going on. Today is a vet day, so we're checking in on 26-year-old Ocelot Rio. She's having some older changes, some arthritis, some weight loss, and you know, with those old guys, kidneys and anything can happen. And so it's just really preventative to make sure we can stay ahead of anything that's needed. We're also doing another wellness check on Beauty the Lynx. As you know, she had a lepto scare last year, and so we like to check her kidney values, her liver values, things like that. Also, what's been going on this week is Healing Habitats. As you guys know, the rescues keep coming. We have hard weeks like this, and we have losses, and we still have rescue work to do. And it is also hard to take that breather because we want to be able to stop in the moment, take that moment we need, but we also know our role and what fills us up is to rescue again. And so Healing Habitats, you guys are helping us. We're, I think, maybe halfway to our goal for Healing Habitats, maybe not even half with the matching funds. So trying to get 2 new enclosures built for big cats. And that is, your donations are doubled now through July 15th. If you give 50, it becomes 100, 100 becomes 200. And we already have started putting out, doing the work, and the expenses are coming in. We had the fence company here that's upgrading a fence line and expanding a fence line. The cave was put in one of the enclosures. The new septic tank for the building's been put in. We also have the building, the bungalow, but it's a 10 by 20 or a 12 by 20 bungalow coming in for the next habitat that we're building, that we have ordered the fence materials, but we haven't started yet. We've just been clearing for that in Cattail Creek. So it's really important. We have some witness protection cats that need habitats. We have new rescues coming that we're hoping to share with you in the future. And so your gift means so much when we can say yes to the next cat and also upgrade the areas that our current residents are in. It's something that we are always trying to do. And each resident that comes to us needs something different. So like, Lucy needs different kind of steps because of her arthritis. And then even little Bobcat Mira, who we've been doing some play dates with, Claude decided that he was not going to share Luna. So Claude and Luna did not work with Mira. Mira was just a godsend. She just walked around and played in her pool and kind of minded her own business. So now we're moving on to a few other play dates with Mira. And so we'll keep you posted on that. And then little squirrels here. The Highlanders, as you know, and I always put Rolex in with the Highlander group, Rolex the Bengal. They're doing good. We cannot wait for them to get out of quarantine. We are setting up a spay and neuter day marathon with Dr. Camper, and Dr. Whitmer's going to come. So we're going to look at getting all that done probably in one day, but we are waiting until Kojo and Bodhi have a little more weight on them, that we know that they don't have a skin infection, because we don't want to put their bodies through anything else right now at this time. So those are kind of the updates this week. I wanted to come with such more happy, enlightening news, inspirational news, but sometimes we just have to kind of sit with the sadness. And just the only thing we do is we can't turn back the clock for anybody. So all we can do is make better decisions moving forward, for all of us, for ourselves, for each other. And so I really hope that this is a change in our industry. It's not just sanctuaries, it's not wild animals, it's domestic dog and cat rescues. I think because everybody's animal people working so extremely hard, trying to save as many lives as possible, always trying to raise enough money to save those lives and also care for them for 10 to 20 years that they might be at our sanctuaries and rescues, that sometimes it can get hard to remember that there are really hardworking people behind everything, and that they're real people. It's not an organization. And so we just can be better at how we talk to each other, how we support each other. And then definitely when we need to elevate each other up, do it in constructive ways. So I hope everybody has a better week moving forward, and I hope we can take lessons learned. We can't bring back animals, we can't bring back people, but we can definitely implement things moving forward that is better for all of us. Like I said, the rescue work we do is hard. You guys are godsends. You're there to support us during the hard times, the good times. You're there to celebrate with us when we get to move cats into these 2 new healing habitats. You are here to be able to remember Zen with us, even though you didn't get to know him at the time, and to do a tribute to Shadow the leopard. So we want all those memories to live on, and just thank you guys for being there today. And, be nice to each other, hug your cats, do whatever you need to get through some hard times, because we're going to look forward to the good times we can share together with the new rescues and new habitats coming up. So I hope you have a great rest of your week.